the ethnic violence-torn state of Manipur. In fact, today, the 21-member multi-party delegation of the MPs of the opposition India Alliance, they met the governor, and they also submitted a memorandum saying that the Prime Minister's silence on Manipur shows his brazen indifference. And the memorandum added that the failure of both the central and state government to protect the lives and properties of the people of the two communities is apparent from the figures of more than 140 deaths, more than 500 injuries, burning of more than 5,000 houses, and internal displacement of more than 60,000 people. In fact, just yesterday we saw that the opposition MPs visited Churachandpur, and so did the governor. Churachandpur, remember, is one of the worst hit and most vulnerable part of Manipur since the violence broke out on the 3rd of May.
सारे लोग वहाँ के चीफ मिनिस्टर के खिलाफ शिकायत दर्ज करते रहते हैं हमारे सामने, लेकिन ये सरकार चीफ मिनिस्टर का वहाँ बैठे के वहाँ उनको चेयर में बैठे हुए देख रहे हैं हम लोग। अभी तक ये चीफ मिनिस्टर को बर्खास्त नहीं किया गया। क्यों? सारे मणिपुर की, चाहे कुकी हो चाहे मेती हो, हर संप्रदाय के लोग ये चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ मणिपुर के खिलाफ शिकायत दर्ज करते थे हमें, लेकिन उनके खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुआ है। लोगों के अंदर सरकार पर जरा सा भी विश्वास नहीं है, जरा सा भी भरोसा नहीं है। सरकार जब भरोसा टूट चुके हैं सरकार के हम लोगों की निगाहों में, तो सरकार कैसे चलेगा?
हमने कहा है कि शांति की फौरी तौर पे आवश्यकता है, शांति न्याय के साथ। यही हमने गवर्नर साहिबा को भी कहा और उनकी संवेदनाओं से हमारा भी दिल भर गया। हमने सिर्फ समुदायों के बीच में रिश्ते की पुनर्वापसी की मांग की है, क्योंकि शांतिपूर्ण सहअस्तित्व के अलावा मणिपुर हो या मध्य प्रदेश हो, कहीं भी कोई दूसरा विकल्प नहीं। हालात खौफनाक, दर्दनाक, पीड़ादायक, सामूहिक पीड़ा का क्षण है और देश को एक स्वर में संदेश देना होगा कि ये पीड़ा व्यक्तिगत भी है और सामूहिक भी है।
And amid the violence in Manipur, a major development has been that the exercise to collect the biometric details of quote-unquote illegal immigrants from Myanmar has begun. This after the central government actually directed the governments of both Manipur and Mizoram to collect the biometric details of these illegal immigrants, because there has also been a bone of contention between the Kukis and the Metis in Manipur. Ratnadeep Chaudhary really breaks it down for us as to what is its significance and how will this exercise be carried out, given the fact that the government has given an ambitious deadline of September 2023.
About a month back, Government of India wrote to Mizoram and Manipur to start a process of recording biometric details of suspected illegal immigrants from Myanmar. Remember, in the northeast, India and Myanmar shares over 1600 kilometer long border, which is porous and strategic. In fact, 390 kilometers is in Manipur, 510 in Mizoram. Now, experts have opined that after the 2021 military coup in Myanmar, the border has become more vulnerable. In fact, there have been reports of people trying to take shelter in India, and therefore this process is very significant, given the fact that in Mizoram itself over 35,000 people from Chin state, from the Chin community have come, and they have been given refugee status by the Mizoram government. In fact, in Mizoram it is not a major problem, since the Mizos have historical linkages with the Chin community. Even they have strong connection with the Kuki Zo tribe, so therefore there is a bonding. But in Manipur there has been a problem, since the majority community, the Metis and their civil society, have raised objections. In fact, they have demanded for an NRC like exercise in Manipur, and they have alleged that in the hill areas the Myanmaris have been given shelter by the Kuki tribe, Zomi tribe, which has been vehemently opposed by the Kuki and Zomi civil society. In fact, the state government on March this year actually formed a cabinet subcommittee to look into this, to start a survey. In fact, on April 24, the cabinet subcommittee submitted its first report, in which it claimed that over 2,000 illegal immigrants from Myanmar have been detected in Manipur in 41 locations. However, the tribal groups like the Kukis and the Zomis have alleged that the Biren Singh led government has tried to harass genuine Indian tribals and tried to target them in its bid to find illegal immigrants, and the tribals particularly the Kuki and the Zomis, have been saying that there is an attempt to brand the entire community as illegal immigrants. However, in this almost 3 months of violence that Manipur has seen, time and again Chief Minister has come on record to say that militants and illegal immigrants have been behind this violence, but therefore this process is significant, sensitive as well as contentious. Government of India has sent a team of the NCRB to help the Manipur police carry on this process. For Government of India, this issue is an issue of national security, given the fact that they want to keep records of the people who have come in so that they cannot acquire Indian documents.
So well, as the violence in Manipur continues, it's also become a huge political showdown, a political battle between the centre and the government. And as I was mentioning earlier, 21 MPs of the India Alliance visited the state today. They also visited relief camps. And to talk more about what really is the road ahead for Manipur, how will the government and the opposition in a sense reconcile when it comes to the Manipur issue, I'm being joined by Sushmita Dev, Rajya Sabha MP and a spokesperson of the TMC. In fact, she was one of the 21 MPs who actually went to the violence hit state of Manipur. Also on the program, Shaina NC, spokesperson of the BJP. But first, let me go across to you, Sushmita Dev. You were one of the 21 MPs who actually went to Manipur. You also submitted a very strongly worded memorandum saying that the Prime Minister's silence on Manipur shows his brazen indifference. First, tell us, what really was your experience? What were the striking points really as you visited relief centres and also met the victims of the violence?
See, firstly, I would like to say that I went there once with the Trinamool Congress delegation on 19th of July, and I also went yesterday with the India Alliance delegation of members of parliament. So in a gap of 10 days, I've been there twice, and I could actually see no perceivable difference in the situation on the ground. Like, for instance, the division between the two factions is only increasing. The number of people in relief camps have definitely not gone down. I don't want to say increasing because I don't have the numbers. And number three, as we were there, people who were coming to meet us in the Imphal Valley were telling us that the firing was still continuing at the border of the valley and the hills. And last but not the least, after meeting people of every community, they have absolutely no faith in the state government, and especially the Chief Minister of Manipur. So these are the facts as I perceive them during my visit of yesterday and this morning.
Right, and Sushmita Dev, very importantly also in the memorandum, the opposition alliance has said that the internet ban is only adding to the mistrust. That's an important point, and we'll come to that. And do stay on with us, Sushmita. Let me go across very quickly to Shaina NC as well, the BJP spokesperson who's with us. Shaina NC, your response, the government's response as this political showdown continues, may be termed as whataboutery by many. Today, we saw Anurag Thakur, Union Minister, say that when the Congress governments were there in Manipur, they were silent on the issue, they were not as outspoken. In fact, the Union Minister for Women and Child Development in Parliament turns around and says that, you're not talking about Bengal, you're not talking about Rajasthan and opposition-ruled states. So, at a time when questions on fixing accountability are being raised, at a time when we are talking about mistrust, why turn around and talk about opposition-ruled states, talk about what the Congress did at a time when they were in power? Isn't it whataboutery?
So I'll tell you 2-3 things. The Manipur issue is unfortunately a burning issue, but this is not a recent one. We all know what has transpired between the Kukis and the Meiteis. The fact that India needs to take cognizance of it is apparent because our Home Minister is on ground. He has written to Adhir Ranjan ji as well as Mallikarjun Kharge saying, please discuss in Parliament. If there are questions that need to be answered, the truth be told to the country, I am here to give answers. The fact that 50,000 people have been rehabilitated, you've had doctors from AIIMS, Guwahati, Shillong, all there as medical medical facilities, 4,000 to 5,000 homes where people have been displaced have already started in construction. The Assam Rifles is on ground. We do know that the administration is totally under load. So now the point is not about these 21 MPs visiting Manipur. They're well within their jurisdiction to do so. But when the government
but China NC, didn't your party make it exactly about that? Didn't your party make it exactly about that with Anurag Thakur hitting out of the India alliance?
Let me make my point. Please let me make my point. If you have 21 MPs going at a time where we need to stand united and speak the voice of peace to one and all, do you think it's correct to have this load on the administration when the situation is so fragile? Do you think it makes sense to just do photo optics, theatrics? We are saying that if they have issues, please speak in Parliament, because we want to answer in Parliament. We want to give the demographics of how 4,617 schools which are there in Manipur, of which only 96
let me
are
take
not
that
working.
question. Let me take that question to Sushmita Dev.
Situations where the agencies, 1 minute. This biometric is a very important point because we don't want infiltration from Myanmar. The Home Minister has highlighted that how we can be in a position of being compromised.
Fair point.
Our neighbors.
Fair point. Let me take that to Sushmita Dev. Sushmita Dev, this point of timing, is extremely important because that's something that has come up as well. Many would turn around and say that this is, as the BJP spokesperson is also saying, a bit of a photo opportunity, a bit of a political spectacle that, Manipur has been burning for the past 2 months. Why this India alliance is going at this particular time when the parliament is on, and that political showdown is happening in the parliament? Why is the India alliance going to Manipur now? The timing is something that has been questioned, even though you have said that you went earlier as well with the TMC delegation. But this fact that 21 MPs from the opposition alliance going at a politically opportune time, that is something that is in question, isn't it?
You know what should have ideally happened is the government of India should have actually sent an all-party delegation, which included NDA and India members of parliament, if they truly believed that everyone should have come together. What would have happened if a all-party delegation went with BJP, Congress, Trinamool, left, YSR, Congress and all other parties, is a message would have gone to Manipur that we have united. We've come with a message that there should be peace in Manipur.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it didn't happen, and we all understand why. Because remember one thing, the Prime Minister only spoke out after the video went viral.
Yes.
But a government which is saying that we are monitoring Manipur very closely on a daily basis, Home Minister reviewing it, ask yourselves, and I ask your viewers, do you actually believe that the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Honorable Home Minister of India had absolutely no report of the way the women were being raped, young children were being killed?
Fair point.
And how there were bunkers being built?
Yes.
They only came out and spoke. If today the BJP spokesperson tells me that the Prime Minister and Home Minister didn't know the gravity of the situation and were taking advantage of the fact that the internet is not working, then we are talking of a failed government.
Okay, Shaina NC, come in on this point, because that's something that many have been asking as to why the Prime Minister did not speak for the longest time. He only spoke when that absolutely horrific video went viral. And even in Parliament, for the longest time, we saw that logjam. Now, you might turn around and blame it on the opposition, but why did the government not suspend all other business, and why did the Prime Minister not make a statement on the floor of the House? That is a fair question.
So, the tribals have been at loggerheads, not just from now, but this has been going on even in the Congress dispensation and previous dispensations, unfortunately. We have tried to contain the situation that arose on May 3rd. On May 4th itself, you had the Assam Rifles, the army, not just trying to normalize the situation. You had doctors, medical staff, all kinds of facility, administrative help, and the Home Minister monitoring on a day-to-day basis. This is the time for us as India to stand united. This is not a center versus a opposition party forum. This is about Manipur becoming a hot spot when it comes to our national security, when it comes to cookies and Métis, when it comes to the fact that you have Myanmar and illegal immigrants. We have to take care of all of this. So please treat it with a sense of maturity. Do understand that if you have Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury coming and talking about these big issues, maybe he should little bit of soul searching in his own home state to see whether women are safe and secure there, or for the other members of parliament from other states such as Rajasthan, where you have 1.90 lakh cases registered against
Okay, let's not bring
women when it
Rajasthan
comes
into
to
this because we're talking about the ethnic strife-torn state
so I
of
am
Manipur.
only bringing up the point in rebuttal to that. My point is whether the Nagas or other segments that need to get involved to broker peace, that being an agenda, whether the Métis and the Kukis can actually resolve or not, or whether we as a country need to look at our safety and security of the 50,000 people that have been rehabilitated under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah.
All right. Thanks so much to the both of you, Shaina NC and Sushmita Dev, for joining us on Left, Right and Centre.